The salary that you accept at the start of your career will compound over the entirety of your career. Now, a lot of graduates take the view that I'll accept whatever to get the first job. And yes, there's some logic in that, but also it can work against you. I'm Paul Swanwick. I've been in recruitment for more than 22 years and made over 1,000 hires. Let's get into it. Imagine one graduate starts a role and takes $85,000. Another graduate starts the same role at the same time, but negotiates up to $90,000. Assuming that they get the same salary percentage increases over the next 5 years, the one who negotiated to 90,000 will be in a much better financial position. This will continue throughout their career. Most graduates know that they should be negotiating. The fact that they don't is not really because they're not good enough, it's just because they don't know how to start that conversation. Hiring managers think about salary and think about negotiation in a way that you probably don't yet fully understand. Every hiring manager generally expects some kind of negotiation. As a recruiter, I can pretty much say every role I've worked on has never been at a solid one salary. It's always been a range. The conversation I'll have with a hiring manager will be something along the lines of, okay, what's your budget for this role? They'll say, look, 85 to 90,000, but I'd rather pay 85,000. If someone really good comes along, I've got a bit of leg room, but let's try and get them at 85. That's how they think. And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way, because a hiring manager typically has a budget for their whole team. What they don't want to do on a commercial level is commit the highest every time. So if they need to make another hire, they have very limited budget left. There's basic commercial finances. So if you see a role advertised at 85,000, chances are it's got a bit more in the tank. The key here is, how do we get that? Because the hiring manager is not your adversary. They actually want to hire you. It's really about how you set this up, how you conduct your research, and how you talk to them during the process to move them towards being open to offering you a few $1,000s more than they initially wanted to pay. Research is the key to negotiating well. We cannot negotiate if we have not done the research. It just doesn't work. The research will take place in two areas. The first area is online. We are going to look at Glassdoor, Seek, LinkedIn, and use AI to pick up any other sources of salary information that are going to help you. Obviously, research them as well. You don't want to pick out information that is wrong, is made up, is from the United States, for example, which I know can sometimes happen by mistake with AI. Secondly, talk to people. The networking that we talked about in a previous video is a great place to have these conversations. You're talking to people who know more than you. You could be talking to people who have made graduate hires in the last 12 months. You could be talking to people who have got graduate jobs or entry-level roles in the last 12 months, and they'll be able to give you an idea of what maybe they're earning, or they might give you a band. So put all this information together. Come up with 3 numbers. Your lowest limit, and that's a combination of your financial situation, your financial goals, and your psychological view of where you think you should be as a minimum. The second number is going to be what your ideal salary is, the one you really want. And if we go back to the opening statement of this video, 85,000 might be your lowest and 90,000 might be your ideal. The third number is your opening number. If you're asked during an initial screening call or an interview process what your salary expectation is, let's say 92,000 is your opening number. You should say 90 to 92,000 is what I'm aiming to earn. Now, it's a bit brave and a bit bold, but it starts the conversation and it puts you in the upper tier. It shows that you value yourself. People have said to me, what if they come back and say, that's not what we can offer? That's okay. What you say is, well, what's the upper limit of what you can go to? I'm really interested in the role. If you think I'm a good fit, let's have the conversation. It's not the be all and end all. I'm just trying to ensure that I get my maximum worth in the market. That is a really good thing to say. Hiring managers, believe me, want to hire people who really know their worth and really try to negotiate well. It also sends a good commercial signal about how you think about things and how you research what you're worth. The other thing, a lot of people don't negotiate because they feel that they aren't worth it. And this is not true. You are definitely worth what you ask for. It's a perception thing. I have never interviewed someone and they've said to me, I'm looking for 87, I'm looking for 88, I'm looking for 90. And I've thought, oh, there's something wrong with you. Never, ever thought that. And neither has any hiring manager. Your value is about how you project yourself. So really think about that. If you're somebody who generally just takes the easy route and goes, oh, I'll just accept that because I want the job, you probably are doing yourself out of a few $1,000s as an absolute minimum. If a negotiation continues, and let's say, for example, if we pick up on what we just talked about, you've asked for 92,000. They've told you that, look, 85 to 90 really is our window here, but we were probably looking to go no further than 87,000. You think, okay. What you can say to that is, just as we explore the package, 87 is not out of the question, but is there any professional development that comes into this, which will help me with my studies? You might be pursuing further professional studies as you start your career. Are there any extra leave entitlements? Are there opportunities to work from home to save me money on commutes? Is it possible that we could organize a review at 6 months? And if I've hit target and worked to expectations and given you what you expect of me, could we then review and perhaps look at moving to 90,000 at that point? These are all legitimate things that you can talk about. Practice it. But at the end of the day, if you just walk away accepting 87,000 and nothing more, that's still $2,000 more than what your minimum was and $2,000 more than what they probably advertised. That in itself is a win. And even though it's a small win, it's something that you can feel good about because you've got a commercial outcome at the outset of your first graduate role. So in summary, you can ask for what you're worth. You can negotiate for things. You can push a little bit because it shows somebody that you have a commercial awareness about how to do a business deal. Every hiring manager will fully respect that. Believe me. If you want to dig more into salary negotiations, the link to Career Hijack is in the comments below.